Welcome back to Instibles, everyone. So again, going over my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the SPY. Again, a couple days ago, we got an engulfing candle on, again, 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤 mentioning a possible Fed pivot. He is a Wall Street journalist. He's one of the very few people that did predict the 2020 Fed rate pivot. So we did get an engulfing candle respecting the upper end of our channel and our 20-day moving average here. And as you guys can see, getting a follow through with that engulfing candle on a gap up yesterday and now continuing on above our 50-day moving average, looking to see if we can hold above it. Are we going to get a continuation on higher, or are we going to get a possible cool down on a retest to continue on higher on our 20-day as we are leading into, again, Fed rate hikes going into next Wednesday? So are we going to come back, retest, and possibly continue on higher, or are we going to continue on with this gap up? I'm going to go over exactly which levels we're looking for and how much strength we do have here and what exactly has to happen for us to continue on with this rally. Now, before I jump into this, if you guys can do me a huge favor, smash that like button if you find this video useful at all. Hit subscribe if you want to see my daily plan on exactly how I plan on playing into the market every single day. We go over candle structure, overall strength levels, and any key indicators that we need to be focused on. And again, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts that we mention every single day in the Instibles, and again, we mention any breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day, go to Instibles.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. So jumping into the daily chart with you guys here on the SPY, again, after getting an engulfing candle, after 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤 mentioning a possible Fed pivot last Friday, getting a follow through yesterday on that engulfing candle and gapping up and continuing on with that gap up now above our 50-day moving average. Are we going to continue on with that strength above our 50? What has to happen here? I'm going to go over the daily chart, the dollar, and the UVXY. Now jumping into the MACD, again, this is our buy pressure. We were looking to see if we can break above our prior buy pressure point that we did have, and we did continue on past that. We did get confirmation, and then we have been continuing on with buy pressure, just looking for continuations on increases in buy pressure from here. And sure enough, getting that increase in buy pressure as our EMA lines have been pointing up, showing us that strong momentum for the last few days. Again, after 𝐒𝐭𝐫𝐤𝐤 mentioned a possible Fed pivot, we have been continuing on higher on that anticipation on a possible Fed pivot. Now, again, leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike with Powell speaking, a lot can change between now and then. We can have a large rejection like we did prior, just below the median of our MACD. Again, what needs to happen is we need to cross above the median of our MACD with our EMA lines here. If that does not happen, then we could possibly have a rejection. We did have that happen prior. We had anticipation, and then we did get that rejection, came all the way back down, and then we needed our EMA lines to cross back above for us to finally cross above the median of our MACD, which gave us the largest rally of the year here. So again, looking for that cross above the median of our MACD with our EMA lines from here is exactly what we're looking for. We got that cross here. We got our continuation on breaking into higher highs and higher lows here. So again, we had that nice spike continuation here. Now looking to see if we do continue on above the median of our MACD to continue on with that strength. Now looking at our RSI, again, this is our relative strength. We mentioned a couple days ago that we broke above the median of our RSI, showing us a lot of strength here. And as you guys can see, continuing on higher, now showing us that we are having that possibility again of possibly breaking into overbought territory. So again, getting that momentum to the upside the last couple days, continuing on with strength. Now looking to see if we do jump into overbought territory. Now, as far as which levels we are looking for, again, we did mention if we broke above 380, then we would have that gap from our gap down that we had prior. In my opinion, our next level that we're looking to see if we can get above is here at 375. If we can continue on above 375 here and we can continue on above 380 from there, that would be our next level for that possible gap up. Again, that gap level is our previous gap down that we had. As you guys can see, again, we did gap today. If you guys did play that above 380 today, also mentioned a couple days ago, if we broke above 375, then we'd be hitting 380. If we broke over 380, then we did have that gap here from our prior gap down, and now testing the upper end of our gap down that we had here. So again, a very nice play here if you guys did play that. Now looking to see if we do continue to respect our 50, look for our 20 to curl up here and continue to curl up. Again, we mentioned a couple days ago that our 20 was curling up. We were looking to see if we can continue to respect it. So what needs to happen at some point in time is that we need to come over and at least bounce off of our 20 to continue on higher if we are looking for that continuation on strength. And again, very much will be predicated on what Powell says next week on a possible Fed pivot. Again, looking for this anticipation to confirm with Jerome Powell next Wednesday on that Fed rate hike is going to be extremely key for us here. Now looking at the dollar, again, this has been our #1 signal that we have been mentioning for the last couple of weeks. We're looking for that weakness here on the dollar. Again, mentioned a couple days ago that we did drop down below our 20 for the second time, and we have not done that, dropping below our 20 for the second time and holding below. We have not had that happen, and now we did have that happen, showing us that continuation on a possible continuation on lower here, and now dropping below our 50, showing us a lot of weakness here. Again, we mentioned a couple days that our 20-day moving average is curling for the first time as we are dropping below our 20. So now looking to see if our 20 does cross below our 50, and we do continue on with that weakness here on the dollar for that strength in the market. again, have been watching this dollar movement for the last couple days. Again, mentioning that we dropped below our 20 for the second time. That was a huge signal on a possible rejection and getting a large wick to the upside after trying to respect our 20 here and dropping below our 20, now showing us weakness. And lastly, looking at the UVXY, again, looking at our volatility against the market, as you guys can see, again, we did have our gravestone doji showing us a large rejection yesterday. Mentioning this yesterday, again, guys, if you guys are not watching candle structure, very key that we watch this. As you guys can see, now getting a momentum candle below our 50-day moving average after our gravestone doji coming out, and now showing us that volatility weakness, which gave us volatility strength today in the market, breaking above that 380 point on the SPY that we have been talking about for the last couple of days. So again, a very nice gap up that we had from our prior gap down today. Now, what I would be looking for from here is to see if we do test the upper end of our channel that we have been tracking. Again, overall here on the S&P, as you guys can see, we have a channel that we could possibly come back and test, and that's what we would be looking for if we did continue on higher. And that price target here would be at about 410. So again, if we are looking for that continuation on a possible Fed pivot here, again, we do have our channel that we are tracking here to see if we come back and retest this. Again, that is our bullish momentum. If we are looking to see if we do retest, if we continue on past our channel here, then we will be looking for that retest to make sure that we do continue on higher, get that bullish momentum, get that possible engulfing candle just like we did here on our 20-day and on the upper end of our channel here, looking to see if we can get that retest and get that strength. But again, just keeping in mind that we are leading into next Wednesday's Fed rate hike. We are anticipating a possible Fed pivot leading into our next Fed rate hike based on what 𝐔𝐸𝐻𝐸 said. So again, we are leading into this anticipation with no clear evidence that we possibly have quite yet. And after a gap up, just making sure we are staying cautious, make sure that we do continue on with levels. We need to break above 390 and then break above 400 from there. Again, our 410 level is the upper end of our overall channel here on the SPY. So again, just keeping an eye on the upper end of our overall channel here if we do continue on higher as resistance. Now, again, with that said, if you are a day trader or you are looking for very volatile breakouts, we mentioned every single breakout that is worth looking at throughout the day in the Instabills room. Go to instabills.com in the description below, and you will never miss a breakout alert today again. And again, all of you Instabills that come over every single day and support the channel, I appreciate you guys. Seriously, I really do appreciate you guys every day. We're going to continue to go at it and take what the market gives us. Again, nice breakouts from yesterday with MULN. Today, nice breakouts with IDEX from pre-market. If you guys did catch that news, it was the first thing that we did post. WEBR with a nice continuation today, and REVB, our runner of the day, that did continue on higher with the market. Very nice breakouts today. Again, just taking what the market gives us and staying as consistent as possible is exactly where we're going to continue to focus on. And again, if you guys do like this video, it does help the channel grow, and I do appreciate it very much. And again, God bless you all, and I'll see you guys in pre-market.